Hey friends, welcome back to Museful Creations. Today is prompt C of the ABC April 2025 challenge, and I've got a seriously artsy piece to share with you. This layout includes clusters, correspondence, collage, and even some dangling charms. Plus, I'll show you how I made these little handmade flowers using just a few paper scraps and some eyelets. I'd like you to craft along with me, so grab 3 pieces of 2.5 by 2.5 squares and 3 pieces of 1.5 by 1.5 squares. Preferably copy paper works best, so now let's get into it. I started with a background using my Patina Grunge printables, added torn book pages and distressed the edges, give everything a delicious worn look. Then I began layering the cluster, bits of collage ephemera, airmail, as you see here, and I put a little brad on that, and I made a little banner, so it just gives it a little bit of pop. I did distress the edges a little bit, and then I will be the cluster. This is the base that I'm going to be using to tag with cutouts from the digital and some lace that I did lightly rub it with sepia archival ink, and this is kind of the flow that I'm thinking, just like this, the layer, and then I'll put my 2 flowers on the top, and of course this mushroom, which will be focal piece, which I absolutely love. So here's how we will make flowers. You're going to grab your 1.5 by 1.5 square, distress the edges, fold it like so. You're going to fold it again, and I'm a distresser, so you'll want to distress step of the way, and distress again, edges, so it makes these flowers up. And then here's where it gets a little tricky, and you just want to be mindful. Use your bone folder if you want. I'm pressing really hard. And what I'm going to do next is want to see that these triangles here. Want to bring this bottom part like so. This is where you will need your bone folder. You want to do this, kind of like making a little crease, if you will. You can see what I'm doing there. And then you're going to fold it. So again, use your bone folder and stress these edges a little bit more. And you're going to take your scissors. Do you see here? Going to go around, careful. I'm going to cut. So just like that. Doesn't matter. Miss a little bit, just go back, cut that edge, and then almost like a closed petal. You're going to go to the edge, the bottom here. You're going to snip it just a little bit. Then you're going to take your distressing tool, distress it a little bit more. So then you're going to here is now before I open it completely up, this is where you want to finish off your distress. Okay, I do like that. You don't have to do this, but I do enjoy distressing edges a lot. Now you're going to up carefully the flower. There you have it. That not off. Have a little mini flower, and then what you want to do is I've already made 2. You're going to put it like so. And the way I like to do it is I use this is the base, the first one, and then you want to put the second one cover kind of like petal so that you don't have that gap right there. And you're going to cover that gap. Then you're going to cover this gap here with, so that way it looks symmetrical, like so. Then you're going to take your brad piece, you're going to feed it through this, and there you have it. Another little tip, if you want to curl it, take your pricking tool and lightly flicker that up. So I give my foot, just be careful because you don't want to rip your petals. There you have it. That's tiny, little mini. And now we're going to make the larger. You're going to take your 2.5 by 2.5 square, fold it like so. Okay. Then you're going to distress. Then you're going to your bone folder if you'd like. Fold it again. Folder again. Triangle. Like so. Stretch. Stretch. Then, be like so. This is the part that you want facing your right. Then you're going to bring this bottom part, bone folder, like so. That. Hold it together. You're going to press. Kind of looks like an airplane, if you will. Tap. Then, you want to give it a little bit more firmness there. Your bone folder. Then you're going to go at an angle carefully. So I'm gonna take sir. This ink gets everywhere, and they're this tiny, and stress those petals. Then I'm going to, and there. Up. Oh, voila. Then I've already made one, for the sake of time, and we'll now glue everything together. So I want to cover this rad backing, and what I like to do, I'll just take a piece of and a fit like so. There you have it. That way you're also giving the tag a little bit of a dimension. Now what we're going to do, and I'm going to speed this up a little bit, just a tick, and we'll put this on the page. And here's the final layout, all glued down and ready for its place in the journal. I hope you enjoyed this flower making tutorial and the fun cluster build along the way. Let me know in the comments section if you spotted all the C elements in this layout. And if you're playing along, I'd love to know how you interpreted today's prompt. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you tomorrow for prompt D. You won't want to miss it. Until then, stay inspired and stay you.